Konnichiwa. Yeah, this is the first in a short introduction to Japanese manners and Japanese ways of communicating. The first thing we're going to look at is a very common expression maybe you'll see or maybe you'll hear. It's called Sumimasen deshita. When people say Sumimasen deshita, you might think that they're like apologizing. Sumimasen means excuse me. The question is how, but when people say Sumimasen deshita, it's quite likely that they're not actually trying to be polite at all. They're not really being respectful in the way that you might assume that was the case. But quite possibly, it's almost a way of like if someone says "excuse me" or "I'm sorry" or "okay." Really, it can just mean "get out of the way," or "I don't really care what you've just said," or "it doesn't really matter to me." Sumimasen deshita can be used by yourself as well in difficult situations. If you're on a train, maybe you're on the Shinkansen, the bullet train, or maybe you're at a Hanabi cherry blossom party, you say Sumimasen deshita. You should be able to communicate successfully that you want the other person to get out of the way, you want the other person to proceed away, or what can I say? You want the person to proceed quickly out of your face. So this, just practice saying it again. Sumimasen deshita. Ta. Okay, people down in Osaka, maybe they'd say like Sumimasen deshita. Just keep it with the ta. See how it goes. Alternatively, you can say Sumimasen deshita. See what happens. Of course, like any form of communication, there are many different ways to communicate when you're speaking Japanese. You can you can do it in a very soft, relaxed way. So it's Sumimasen deshita. Or we can say Sumimasen deshita. The main point, the main communicative description that you wish to impart, the thing you want to get over to other people, would be the need to communicate the fact you want them to realise that you're aware that there has been some issue of impoliteness or some issue of manners. But when people say to you Sumimasen deshita, many people think that they're just doing it in a very sort of people are doing it as a purely like I'm so sorry, so sorry for being in your way, I'm so sorry for this and that. Not the case. Sumimasen deshita is as take it as it is. It doesn't necessarily mean the person is like really super apologetic, they're super worried about it. It just means they're saying to you, I'm aware something rude's happened, and take it as it is. So when looking in that way of communicating, you might overthink. Some people go to Japan or they experience Japanese culture and they just think it's the most polite country in the world. That's the wrong way of looking at it. And it's the same when you're a foreigner in that country. Please don't communicate when you're a gaikokujin, or even when people look at you as a gaijin, an alien. Don't look at it in terms of that you are, don't take it on their terms. Don't take it in terms of 100%, you are this guest and everyone's being so polite to you. And if you do that, you'll appear like a weirdo. Yeah, you'll appear like a nutter, and you see people, I've seen people over there, and they appear like, over in Japan, they appear like nutters, because there's just like, everyone's so polite to me, The grown men, grown women are sort of like, Sumimasen deshita. No! Not how it works. Someone says to you, Sumimasen deshita, you can say, Sumimasen ne. Someone says, Sumimasen deshita, you go, Sumimasen. Sumimasen deshita. Sumimasen ne. Sumimasen has got a more polite form than gomenasai, and lots of people they go over. In a work environment, you would not be saying to people, "Oh, gomenasai," and if you're a man and you're saying to people, "Oh, gomenasai," people would think, one, you're a woman, two, maybe you're, I've known people in work environments who were saying, gomenasai, like men. People think they're a bit strange. Nothing wrong with that. People think they're a bit strange. If someone says to you, gomenne, gomen. Alright, gomen. Gomen means, yeah, soz. It's like saying soz. It means I don't, yeah. It's like I could be saying sorry, but I'm not. Take it as it's meant. If someone said, gomen, you can say, oh, sumimasen ne. Desh, yeah, ne. Someone go, gomen ne. Yeah, oh, ne. It's just, and for me, I don't speak like that. I don't communicate like that. Because I believe in manners, I believe in politeness. Any country I'm in, any country I've travelled to, any place in the world, you've got to be polite, you've got to communicate with people. And if people are saying to you, come in it just means, okay, they're not polite with you, so just go, That's it. Or if if you really want to be, so it's like, come in it, you go, Raise the little eyebrows, raise the eyebrows, don't bow the head, don't go left to right, just come in, they go to you like, someone says to you, come in it, you go. Which shows that you've understood where they're coming from, you've understood what they've done to you, and you're not going to respond in any kind, you're just going to show recognition, appreciation, and you're not going to communicate back because you think the level of communication, the manner in which it's being communicated, the techniques that are being deployed to you, knowingly or unknowingly, are unacceptable. So it's like, and in my mind, if I'm on a crowded train and someone says to me, "Sumimasen deshita," I will say to them, Silence can speak 1,000 words. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, all comments will be open. If you're welcome to leave comments. I've got a lot of information to impart about international communication. If you want to have it, if you want to be communicated to, and if you've enjoyed this, please leave a message. But for the moment, I will say thank you for being here, thank you for listening to me, and please have an enjoyable rest of your day and communicate with each other on a worldwide, tolerant and understanding level. Okay.